early, and just a confidence factor. But she is so good at getting the rim, and a few times she's hit our post guys in the face with passes between people, through people, and she's got a little bit, needs to be a little bit more selfish at times. You know, she'll get by people and look to pass before scoring, and her ceiling is very high, and just really good defensively, and got to learn how to play with her feet a little bit, but move her feet a little bit more and play less with her hands, but she's going to be a dandy.
With the way she can pass, are her handles good enough that she can be a point guard for you in the future?
I think so. I don't think we'll ask her to do that.
That's not going to be her role for you?
No. Now, when Morgan was out, you know, and obviously losing Maddie, we had Tiana and Joya was a backup point guard, but I don't think that'll be a role that she'll have, especially with kids we have coming in and what we have back. You know, she's better off the ball and just being able to get to the rim and not run the team, just be able to kind of freelance and do her own thing.
What's her ceiling? I mean, she looks like she could be a dynamic scorer when she figures out this college basketball thing.
Definitely. And like I said, she can score mid-range. She can shoot the three. She can obviously get to the rim. So, you know, she's got to get better just with knowing tempo and space, and she tries to create a little bit too much, just out of a flow, get a rhythm and out of a flow. She's got to be able to do that in half-court offense, and she's getting better with that, obviously, all the time. And since she's been in the starting lineup, she's gotten better and better, and we need big things from her. She's a big key for us.
Derica Wyatt has shown the ability to get really hot from three-point range, I think 6 or 7 in a row in one game this year. There's been some games where she hasn't been a factor. Is she going to be a factor for you think, Big 12 time?
I think so. It'll be situational, probably. Derica is one of those kids that can really shoot it. I mean, probably one of the best shooters in the country. And what she's really good at is feeding the post. I think she's one of our best post feeders that we have, and I know that's going to get her time in the future as much as her shooting the ball. And with percentages, you know, in situations now, we'll see some zones when people look at us on paper and think, well, you know, you've got Erin who's shooting the ball well,
right.
Derica, so she'll come in early and get some playing time. She's just got to continue to get better on the defensive end, I think, would be her thing.
OU picked to win the Big 12 in the preseason. Have you seen enough of the other teams around the conference to know what you're in for in conference play?
It's going to be a fun conference play. You know, you've got Baylor, who's somebody's got to dethrone them. Obviously, West Virginia is going to be very good.
You watched that Baylor-Kentucky game?
I did not see that. I was getting updates and things like that. I will have to watch it per scout. You know, I'll end up getting to see it, but I didn't get to see it live, and I heard it was unbelievable.
I hope you carve out a large block of time.
Exactly.
When it's time to watch that. Yeah, it was quite a game.
Yep. I guess they fouled out seven people or something.
Like that,
yeah. So no, there's been some great conference games, and it's going to be a good conference season for sure.
Maryland Eastern Shore coming up on Sunday afternoon, and then you go on an interesting trip to New York where you get Fairfield and Marist, our old buddy Brian Georges, the big OU football fan up there.
Oh, yeah.
So tell us about the next 2 or 3 games.
Maryland Eastern Shore, we'll start our scout on them tomorrow. It's a game that we've got to, next 3 games really, we've just got to go and really concentrate on us. You know, they're good teams that we're playing, but we've got to get better at what we need to get better at more than necessarily a scout. You know, you go to Marist, and the last time we were there, we won in overtime.
Yeah.
The crowd was crazy. Yes.
Shot, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think she had 9 threes in that game. The crowd is unbelievable, and they say some different type of language than we say here in this part of the country. So it was a great game. We're looking forward to that, and Brian does a great job, and they will be ready to play for sure. So we're excited.
What are the 2 or 3 points of emphasis this week in practice for you guys?
I think right now, I just think toughness. You know, we've got to have our kids hold each other accountable for being tough and play together and not let people be out on islands if a post guy is struggling, or we just kind of all frayed at times the other night, and we've got to make sure that we're holding people accountable and they're holding teammates accountable and letting them know what they need from them game in and game out. Obviously, always rebounding, and I thought we rebounded better the other night against Duke. So those will be 2 main things we're looking at.
Thanks for stopping by, bud. We appreciate it. Chad Threlkill, everybody. Men in action Saturday at 4 against Tulsa. Women in action Sunday at 2 against Maryland Eastern Shore. For Michael Dean, Lon Kruger, Chad Threlkill, and Shelly Kopsky, I'm Toby Rowland. Boomer Sooner, everybody.